Okay, so we're back with principle number five, and I hope you're paying attention to the sequence of these principles because they're taking from the story that I mentioned at the beginning, which is the parable of talents, which we find in Matthew 25. And we've gone through the first four principles. Now, on the fifth one, right, and prior to this, I talked about a very key one, which was um, the man who received the five talents who went off immediately and put his money to work. And I said that this principle is very important because it really shines the light on what we're supposed to do with money, right? We're supposed to put it to work. The principle is that money is supposed to work for you. You are not supposed to work for it, right? But we have reversed this principle. Most of us, we're slaves to money, we're slaves to making money. We're handling so many things that are dissipating our energy because we want more and more money, but that's not the way it's supposed to work. Money is supposed to work for us, right? You put your money to work. You don't work for it. Money works for you, right? So if you're not supposed to work for money, what are you supposed to work for? You're supposed to work for a purpose. Okay, which leads to the next point, or the next principle, which is number five. It says that the man who received the one talent went off and dug a hole. Now, I didn't talk about the guy with the two talents because by extension, and by the time, if you really dig into that story, you understand that the guy did the same thing that the guy with the five talents did. He also puts the money to work. So we're focusing on the guy who received the one talent. And what did he do? He did something different from the other two guys. He went off, number one, and then he dug a hole and buried the talent in it. He went off. That's very interesting. Now, if you analyze that in the light of what we tend to do, ask yourselves, just think back. Whenever you're going to the office and someone asks you, hey, where are you going? What do you typically say? I'm going off to work. I'm going off to work. What we mean is that we're going to our jobs and we're going to, do whatever it is that we do on the job. But what does it mean in the context of this story? Right? We have talent, but we go off to work. And what do we do when we go off to work? Like this guy with the one talent did. We dig a hole and we bury the talent. You are Within you is a gift, right? An ability, a capacity to do something extraordinary based on your ability, right? Based on the ability that you have. This gift that you're carrying is valuable to someone or to a group of people, right? But what are you doing? You are bearing that gift and you're going off to a job. You're bearing the gift and you're going off to a job and you're digging a hole and you're bearing that gift. You're not using it to impact your community. You're not using it to impact the people who need that gift. You're not using it to impact the people who are desirous of having that gift work for them. You're bearing your gift, you're bearing your talent. It's also interesting that the phrase dog a hole is used because um if you analyze that in terms of financial concepts, what does it mean to be in a hole? It means that no matter what you have coming in terms of inflows, it is going out. It's like having a basket, using a basket to fetch water. No matter what you do, no matter how much water you fetch, it's all going to go out because of the holes, right? Most of us are struggling with debt. No matter how much we earn, our lifestyles are such that because of the huge amount of debt we're carrying, no matter what income we get, it's all going out to repayments, debt repayments, and all that. We're in holes. So we earn money, hole. Go to work, a hole. Go to work, a hole. It's a rough way to live. And God is saying, this is a rough way to live. You're not supposed to live like this. You're my kid, right? I gifted you with a talent. This talent you're supposed to manage effectively and live a life that would give you fulfillment, especially in terms of the resources that you desire. But here you are, you've dug a hole. You're going off to work. You've dug a hole, and you're in a mess. You're in a financial mess, right? So this guy dug a hole. He didn't put his money to work. He dug a hole.